A quick note before the roof video, I keep referring to the coating on the roof as elastomeric. That's incorrect. Elastomeric is what we have on our decks. What we have is called silver coat, or here it's called aluminum roof coating. A quick tour of the roof. We've had the elastomeric put on in, I believe, 2018. Mostly in very good shape. We have one pond on the building, southwest corner. I've talked to a couple of experts on it, and they didn't seem to want to fix it until the whole roof was replaced. It's not too bad. I thought it could be maybe raised a little bit. It's mostly because the water is stuck behind this skylight. And generally what happens in any of the minor ponding areas, which there are a few others, is that the elastomeric tends to deteriorate first. So in about 3 years, the elastomeric will be pretty much gone under some of these areas, and where it's dry, it'll be almost pristine. These lighter colored heavy fascia boards are starting to peel a little bit. I think they're pretty sound. They just need to be maybe repainted. Same thing over here. This one's a little worse. Again, this is a south-facing feature which hasn't been replaced. We replaced below, you can see, with, again, hardy plank. It's still solid. I've changed a few things, added some caulking. Some of these orifices were never caulked, and minor patching on the siding that doesn't need to be replaced is ongoing. I've also created a little shed over the door, as well as renewing all the caulking. It helps keep water from making its way in through the wind. Again, the plumber's putty that was around this fire department standpipe was all pretty rotten, and I replaced it with silicone. We had pigeons nesting under a roof, so you'll find some chicken wire here and there. The shingled roof, which I think was probably 2010, really good shape, high quality shingles. I was cleaning off the flat area, a little debris here. In the entire roof, I only found one damaged shingle, possibly from wind, and I patched it. But overall, the shingles are perfect. This vent goes down to our lower garage back when we were supposed to run a ventilation fan every morning. And that was back when everyone got in their car at 7 in the morning and we're all gone by 9, and they figured that would be a ventilation issue. So the fan is on a timer. We haven't used it for years. The fan is shut off. But that's the ventilation stack. And there's one for the other garage. The other garage vent is this one over here. And again, that's not used for anything anymore. The other stacks are all for fireplaces. You'll see a number of vents, which are, of course, for the bathrooms and the kitchens. You'll see a number of pipes, which are ventilation for the piping, so that it'll drain. We replaced all the skylights. It seems like 10 years ago. I'm not sure. But they all open and they're all better quality. And as far as I know, we haven't had any problems with any of them. The gutters all have gutter guards on them. Generally does a good job. And every year we get a lot of leaves from these giant maples, which may or may not be here, and they may or may not build this apartment next door. We also get a lot of leaves from these trees in our alley, and we get a lot of pine needles from our own trees. Here again, there's some minor damage to the roof on some of these caps, possibly from someone walking on them. I've patched them with the roofing repair. We have some bird preventers because of the birds have been nesting and hanging around and messing up 205's deck, so we've added a few bird discouragement devices. Again, a little more damage on some of these crown pieces. Easy enough to patch, which I've done. North sections have been cleaned to moss, but they need to be cleaned to moss at least a couple times a year. The streakiness you see here is after I clean the moss, I pour some moss preventer on there, and it seems to have a discoloration effect on the shingles. Also another bird chicken wire preventer. Not so funny story. When this was put on, there was a bird inside, and wasn't discovered dead for several months. I want to talk a little bit about these drain protectors I put on. The actual drains are sitting underneath the owl, and they're about 6 inches in diameter, and there are only 2 on the whole deck. And unfortunately, this flat area is designed like a bathtub. There's no way for water to escape except through these 2 drains. Normally I'm up here 6 times, especially in the fall, cleaning the leaves, pine needles. This year we've added this protector, and I've been up here 3 times and probably could have got away with just coming up once. So instead of 6 times, 1, 2, or 3 times. And the other one's on this side. And again, the roof is a bathtub, which is an unfortunate design when you only have 2 drains. Here's the other drain. The leaves do build up along the side. If for some reason we didn't get to the leaves for a really long time and the water got high enough, when it reached the top, there would be so much pressure from gravity it would be unlikely to remain plugged. So that's a key feature of these type of kind of low drains, that even if the sides get completely plugged, once water reaches the top, it'll have gravity on its side. Don't know how that happened. Most of them are in good shape, and they did a really nice job with the it's not elastomeric, it's the coat, whatever this coating is called. It helps keep the heat out of the roof and just really protects the surface underneath from water and sun. It's important to keep roofs cool, even though we live in a cool climate. Heat that builds up inside of roofs will cause them to deteriorate. And again, as I mentioned, we don't have the best ventilation. There's no ventilation on this south end, and all we have is this elevator area ventilation. And lastly, I want to talk about the leak we had here about every 5 years. There would be so much rain that the water would come down this waterfall. This is the top of the elevator, and it's hollowed out there, so the water comes rushing down here. We did not have these gutters, and the water would sometimes stick to the roof and get in that way, but more likely it would create a huge puddle down there, and it would splash back up into here. So I've added these extra long louvers and added this kind of preventer on top to keep the water from making its way that way. And most importantly, I've added the gutters, which pretty much eliminates the problem. But if you're wondering about the weird looking, and this one has all the paint off it, kind of things around the vents, that was just a gutter, or that was just a leak preventing feature. And then over here,